Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This week we're going to talk about how do we respond to racism. We have a question from Matthew Steele. I'm going to call you Matt just in case I'm mispronouncing that. Matthew asks, Richard, how have you done a video on how to respond to racism, particularly if you're a victim of racism? How do you and how should you respond to that? Thanks. So Matt, I want to say to you that this to me is a relatively simple answer. This really goes back to the 4 agreements. Agreement number 2, which is never take anything personally. So if someone is being racist towards you, my best advice I can give you is don't take it personally. Like, it's not really a big deal. Now, I want to clarify what I mean by it's not really a big deal, and this can be misinterpreted so many different ways. What I'm saying is, because nothing is ever personal, don't put so much weight onto it. So if someone's calling you names like, hey, Negro, or hey, Chink, or hey, Wetback, or whatever it is that you are, you get what I mean. Whatever it is, don't put a lot of energy towards it. Don't focus on, oh man, this guy's such a racist. So one thing that I actually interpret in my mind, and this is something that's really clear to me, is if someone is racist towards me or someone else, I don't point the finger at them like, oh, you're racist, you're a bad person, you need to stop doing that. What my mind goes to automatically is acceptance. So in my mindset, in my framework, if someone's being quote unquote racist to someone else, my mind automatically is trained to be like, oh, look at this person. Hey, that's unfortunate that they think that way, and it's unfortunate that they say those racial slurs. However, I accept them for who they are. Why? Because they're not racist. They're not bad people. The people who are being racist, really, they just got their values from someone else. They got their values from their parents or their peers, their siblings. You know, someone else influenced them to have this kind of mindset. So for me personally, I accept people for who they are. At least I do my best to do so. Not always perfect, but that's the goal that I aim for. So if you are a victim of racism, there's kind of two areas I want to play with. One is kind of the casual name calling that's, you know, not necessarily super harmful, and then you could be a victim of racism that's like really severe, like where it's really affecting your life. So let's talk about the more lower end stuff, which is like just people name calling and saying like, hey, Muslim terrorist, you know, again, gringo, wetback, whatever it is, and you know, it kind of hurts. You're like, dude, stop calling me that. Like, I don't appreciate that. Again, first thing is don't take things so personally. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and them wanting to just like fit in or feel significant by putting other people down. So forgive them for who they are. Don't put so much energy around that. On top of that, if it bothers you, the next thing you could do, and this really depends on the situation and if the person's open to it, but what I would actually do sometimes is I would be very coming from a place of love and say, hey, like, I noticed you called me this. I noticed you called me a chink. You know, like do you actually know what that means and where that comes from? And this part comes with being educated with the racial slurs. But essentially, I would talk to them like, hey, you know, I'm just letting you know I don't really appreciate you calling me that. And you know, like, why? I'm just curious. Like, why do you call me that? You know, and for me, it's easier, like I'm able to ask these questions because I'm able to detach from being offended. Therefore, I can start having this conversation. And at first, some people might still kind of give me racial slurs like, hey, chink, whatever, Asian, you know, chinky eyes, whatever it is. And later on, as they can see I'm being open and vulnerable, they're going to start shifting. Now, this is going to be something that takes a little bit of practice, so just be prepared for that. And don't be afraid to go ahead and try and jumping into these conversations and having authentic, real conversations with the other person. So that's on the more casual scale. Now, let's go on to like the deeper end, which is talking about how like racism, where it really affects your life, where let's say it's like it's affecting your work or your school, and it's like you can't avoid it. Like you're straight up getting bullied. And it's like, it goes beyond the words. In that case, let's see, if you're getting harassed on a deeper level, like, I don't know how old you are, Matt. If you're younger, if you're in school, first you can, talk to the person directly. And if it escalates too much, if they're being a complete dickbag about it, then I would honestly just bring it up to administration / teachers or whatever it is. Same thing if you're in the workforce, bring it up to your employees or coworkers or whatever it is, and just make sure you get the necessary support if it's getting that intense. At the end of the day, like, just reach out for support if you can't handle it yourself, and it's okay to do so. So that's what I have. At the end of the day, if you're a victim of racism, honestly, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. I'm putting air quotes in that because it's nothing to take personally. So forgive the other person for who they are, and don't put negative energy towards them. Just keep moving along and know that they're just human beings who are taught a different value system, and it doesn't make them wrong. It just sucks that they have to put people down in order for them to feel a little bit better, / just we're taught in a different way. So that's what I have for this week. Thank you so much. Hopefully that was supportive, and if you have more questions, Matt or anyone else, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. All right, have an awesome day. Take care. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was supportive to you, and if you want more life advice or support answering those tough life questions, be sure to subscribe because I post every single Wednesday and Friday, and soon enough Monday as well. Also, if you want to learn a little bit about my life, I vlog live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every single day on Facebook, so check me out there. Love y'all. Take care.